Luke here from Tentworld, Toowoomba. Just thought I'd take you through what is a very large range of pegs to give you a bit of an idea of what some of these pegs are that you would use, the different sizes, different materials. So I'll give you a bit of a pan of the range of pegs that we carry here at Tentworld. This is certainly not every peg that's ever been made, but it is certainly quite a large list. So that's a bit of a range of the pegs that we carry. So I'll take you through them. A lot of people think that just a sand peg's a sand peg, so there's a lot of sizes. Basically, these are a polycarbonate, so they're nice and hard. They can be used in a mixture of grounds, clay, sand, dirt, compacted ground. These are a polypropylene peg. Now these are sand only because they are a softer material. You might be able to hear it, so soft material. A lot harder material. So something like these is something that you would use if you're holding down a very large surface area, like a large tarp or a very large gazebo into soft sand, so on the beach. Okay, these ones here, again, on the beach. I actually use these ones myself for my 6x3 gazebo because I found that once I've used these, it doesn't move, it doesn't fly away. I've certainly had it fly away using smaller pegs in the past. Might seem excessive, but that was actually in clay and black soil that flew away. So I use these now and I don't have any problems. So again, sand peg if you're on the beach or even in a caravan park with some grass, etc. Right, one of the most popular sizes we recommend here for any, I guess, standard size tent is your 300mm. So obviously sand only. I certainly prefer these. I use these in all of my own kit for any tent I use. So these are a polycarbonate. Pretty much can use them anywhere. I've actually seen these driven through 18mm ply, so they're very, very tough peg. And fairly recently we also got them in glow in the dark. So again, stop you tripping over them, when it gets night time. So they're a really good combination of pegs. They do come in other sizes, but I won't go through all of them or we'll be here forever. So then you get your angle hurricane pegs. Again, you can sort of use these anywhere. Mostly people use them in sand, but again, you could use them in grass, dirt, rocky terrain, obviously being a metal peg. Then you get into your large range of screw-in pegs. So you've got two main types here. These are a polycarbonate type. They actually have a hex head on the end, so you can use a driver to drive these in, or you can use a pole or something like that in there to twist them in. Then you've got your BlueScrew. These ones here, just put your pole in there to screw those in. So these are becoming more popular, particularly with the hex head. We do supply those here, so you can buy them. You can get them in a kit. So again, really, really handy. You got your pressed metal peg, that's a high tensile steel. So again, a range of soil types. I probably wouldn't want to use that in soft sand, but certainly in a grassy area near the beach where it's sandy grass, they would be fine. Then you have your very large range of steel pegs. Now, this here is a steel peg, so whilst it's very thick, it's still just steel. The rest of the range I'll show you are a high tensile steel, so they're very, very difficult to bend. And they also have this really great flat head on them, so it's really easy on a hammer to drive those in instead of trying to hit this very little spot here and having it glance off all the time. So it certainly makes it a lot easier with these flat ones. So the most popular one we sell for tents here is your 225x8, so that's 225mm long, 8mm thick. You have galvanised, so it's going to minimise the chances of it rusting, and obviously just a standard high tensile. They are both high tensile, but this one is galvanised. So really any tent in any soil types, just not sand, okay? Most tents you find will come with pegs very similar to this, so we certainly always recommend that you check the pegs that it comes with in your tent, and we always suggest that you would upgrade. Last thing you want is a peg to be pulled out just because it's a little bit windy. Bend your tent, because that's not going to be covered by warranty. So always upgrade your pegs wherever possible. Then you've got your little polycarbonate spike here, or nail. That's for driving into your ground sheets in the eye holes there, the eyelets, just to hold it down so you don't trip over it. The last one here is a polypropylene one. Now this one's quite interesting. So you actually drive it in the soil, your tent will be here. The more it pulls, the more it pulls in. So again, like grass, sandy grass, you could use it in sand, but I probably wouldn't want to use it for a very large surface area like a tent or something like that. But basically the more it pulls, the more it pulls out. Now the important thing when putting in your pegs, okay, they're not all the same. So if your load is here, or your tent or your tarp, pegs like these, or your steel pegs, you'll drive them in at roughly a 45 with your rope going up, okay? With your screw-in types, you actually screw them either straight down if you've got 2 ropes, or again, if your load is here and your rope is coming down, you actually screw these in line with your ropes, okay? So there is a difference in how you use them. So make sure you put in your pegs correctly, depending on the style and type you purchase, so that you make sure that you're getting the maximum out of your pegs and what you're trying to hold down doesn't blow away. So Luke from Tentworld, Toowoomba, thanks for watching.